Hey folks, how you doing? Papa Joe here. I'm up here in Grand Prairie, Texas. Been one of them rough days in trucking. Sitting there getting loaded now. They've done jacked me around where I won't have any hours to go anywhere, so I'm going to pull right outside that gate there and give my 10 hours in. Which I've done got the clock started. So it is what it is. Let's see. For you those that don't go onto my Facebook for Simple Living with Papa Joe, my granddaughter and I redid 3 old shellback chairs, lawn chairs. She was wanting to make some money for a little adventure, and she called me Friday, I guess it was. Papa Joe, you got anything I can do to make some money? How much money you need? Well, I need this. Well, how long have you known about this deal? About 3 weeks. I said, you're waiting until now to make the money? And you've been at my house every weekend for all them weekends. A few life lessons thrown in there for her. And I came up with a project for her. Of course, the project for her turned out to be a chore for me. After she had, dead gone. Oh boy, it's kind of rough, wouldn't you say? After she wire brush and sanded them chairs, well then I had to primer them and paint them. You know, 2 good coats of primer and 2 good coats of paint. I still need to go home and wet sand them and give them a 3rd coat of top coat. So, but they're looking good. Go to the Facebook and look up Simple Living with Papa Joe and you can see the chairs. If you care. If you don't care, don't go. I see I'm still getting a lot of new subscribers. Welcome. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you subscribing. Hope you enjoy hold on a second. Yeah, I appreciate y'all subscribing. The driver I got on over here, he's trying to bust my chops. I don't know why. It ain't like I'd give him a hard way. Only every chance I get. Hey, good fella. I call him Alabama. Well, I don't know how young he is. He's mid-30s or so. And young black man that is bouncing off the walls. And he's got a warped sense of humor like I do. And I met him when he was laid over up by our yard and we just clicked. And now he's over here driving. And he's loving it. He's loving it. He called me the other day. Papa Joe, best week I've ever had in trucking. He's been out here about 8 years. It ain't like he's a rookie. I think he said he did 4,300 miles. And he was tickled to death. I didn't bother telling him back there in the outlaw days. If we wasn't turning 4,000 or 5,000 miles a week, we was mad. We was tearing it up. Of course, nowadays, they tell you, oh, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. We did it. Had the t-shirts, burn them. I have no desire to do it now. But, yep, it was a day. Seen, had a couple comments going with a new subscriber. He started talking about CBs. Wanted me to do a video on CBs, and I told him there was one in archives, and he got looking and found it. And but it got reminded me, I used to play on the CB a lot. It used to be fun out here. The CB used to be fun. It was a work tool, but it was also recreation. And we used the dickens out of it. I finally hooked one back up. So, with that, I just grabbed one. I've got a half a dozen of them laying around the house. So I just grabbed one. And there was a mic laying there, brand new mic. So I just grabbed it. Threw them in the truck. Got up there to the yard, and I hadn't hooked it up yet. Our mechanic, JT. I said, dude, while you're playing in my truck, why don't you hook my radio up for me? So he did. Side mount mic on it. And he's like, Papa, this ain't gonna marry up good. You got a 4-pin cord and a 5-pin mic. I looked all over the damn place trying to find a 5-pin mic. You can't find them no more. Everybody gone to 4-pin. I stopped at Hood's truck stop there on 44 out in Missouri, up there close to Springfield. And they had a CB shop in there that's only open a few hours on the evenings, but I happened to catch him. He had to wire me on a 5-pin plug. And he had to look around to find a 5-pin plug. He seemed like a pretty decent old boy. So, then I'll tell on myself. I'm like that. I just turned it on and flipped around a little bit, and it was so off channel it just aggravated me, and I can't see worth a damn. See stuff like that. I got back to the yard next day. JT was out there. Now JT, he's early 40s, I guess. And he does have his CDLs. I don't know how much driving experience and stuff he's got, but he has been around truckers in the trucking world. He's got a clue. And I said, youngin', I said, that damn thing, I said, do you remember what we had to help set on to be on regular channels? I said, I'm off channel something terrible. Oh, he jumped up here in about 2 minutes. He had it on channel. Poked fun at me. That's alright. He still got it on channel. I tell you, I ain't ran a radio in, other than being forced to, I ain't ran a radio in 5 years. All the race fighting out there and all the name calling and all the hate and discontent, I just got plumb off of it. Now, I've had it on a little bit, more turned down than anything. And at least I'm not hearing that out there right now. But I haven't listened to it an hour in the past week or so. But I'm hoping that nonsense is something in the past. I'm hoping it's a phase they went through. I get along with everybody. I try to. I don't get along with everybody, but I try to. There's very few that I don't get along with if they'll put any kind of effort in it. I understand I rub some people the wrong way, but so do you, you know? But all we got to do is be in each other's lives for a few minutes. Let's get the wagon loaded, unloaded, whatever we're happen to do, and I'll go on my way. And we ought to be able to be civil for them few minutes. And it just ate me up the way all that hate and fighting and nonsense was going on there. All this race baiting that's going on right now in the political world is such a scam. It really is, people. I have friends of all ethnic groups. And I'm really not a racist person. I grew up around it. All of my uncles and stuff were, but they was the ones that came through the civil rights and all that, just like some of y'all's folks did. And yeah, there was a lot of deep hatred there. We've had most of that put behind us for several years. My generation went a long ways on putting it behind us. And I know my kids' generation have put it even farther behind. So for it to rear its ugly head these last 9 years, we know why it has. And it's not a matter of anybody is being kept down, beat down, ran over, and all this by anybody else. It's a simple fact that the Democratic Party has lost touch with its people. Period. They've lost their base out there. And they don't know what to do to get it back. So since they can't do anything, and now Obama was in office for 8 years, and they went around all the black communities. I seen the videos, and so did you, making all these promises to the black communities, and they didn't do a damn thing for them. And I've also seen enough of the videos where the leaders in them black communities were pissed, and rightfully so. So they know that the politicians, the Democratic Party, is not going to help the black communities. All they're going to do is use them for votes. They've done proved it. So they're losing that base of their vote. So they don't know what to do. So now they're going to pretend that you have this crisis. You have this racist crisis that we need to help you with. So they're stirring up a damn race war just to try to get some of the people on their side. And once again, if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see where I do some posting, and the majority of the black folks are not buying into the story. The majority of them, all this nonsense about take down the statues and all this, they're all like, that statue's been there forever. It's not hurt anybody. What's it going to do to take it down? You know, okay, now you've removed all the statues. What has that done for us? It ain't done a damn thing. It's done the same thing the Democratic Party has done for the black community. Not a damn thing. One of the black leaders, community leaders, they went as far as to say that they know that the money was coming into their area. Government money was coming in to help build them up, get stuff going where they had jobs and all this. And once it got to the political level of the community, it disappeared. It didn't go out there to do what it was sent down for. It just kind of disappeared. Gee, I wonder why. Wonder where it went. And that ain't racist on my part. I'm just telling you what they said. And I don't think it's racist on their part because they're there living it. They're the ones looking to do something to try to save their community. So all this race baiting and all this nonsense about the statues and all of this is nothing but a distraction. They want to distract you away from the fact that they're losing the Democratic Party. They're losing in the office. And they don't know what to do. And that's the same thing with the way they're attacking Trump. Trump really ain't doing bad. I think he's doing pretty damn good overall. And he's getting the respect of world leaders. He's making stuff happen. But if you listen to the Democrats and the media, oh man, he's ready to lose office any minute. Just any minute. That ain't the truth. They're trying to distract you. I just got the green light. I'll be back with you in a minute. Well, probably several, but see if you'll stay paused. Alright, well, I'm loaded. This load, a heavy one, 7,257 pounds, 0.096. Now there's deal on our logs, whether you're running paper or computer, where you're supposed to put in your bill of lading number and what your commodity is and all that stuff. That is what I am doing at this moment, before I forget. That Sometimers kicks me in the butt once in a while. So bear with me. I am just pulled right outside their gate here, where they can't lock me in. There's 2 or 3 other trucks here that are camped out. That's all it will allow me to do, so be it. Now here in a little bit, after I finish this video, I'm going to do some more of my trip report. Get that done so that when I get to the yard tomorrow, that's charged, then I can put in the last few numbers and turn and burn and head towards your house. Dispatch done told me if I got in there early enough, I could drop this one, grab one, head towards the house. But that one does have to deliver Friday in Houston and Pasadena. The hurricane is coming in. Looks like it won't get in until like Saturday. So Friday might be, well, no, I think it was more like Sunday. But anyway, till the weekend. I should get home in time to help Mama batten down the hatches. We'll see. I should be home Friday at this rate. About 5.5 hours, call it 5 hours from the yard. I have 11 I can drive, so that leaves me 6. I'll probably drive another 5.5 of it. So that'll get me real close towards Houston. It won't get me there, but it'll get me over halfway. So, I'm going to be, I've already set my alarm. I set it driving out here. I hate setting alarms. I hate it with a passion. And I set mine for 3:30, yep, which that's awful early for me. But that's all right. That'll get me into the yard, and if I go getting real tired, I've got enough time on my 14, I can grab a nap. So, ain't nothing but a thing. Like I was saying, folks, there's a lot of nonsense going on out there right now where they are trying to get your attention away from stuff. They've been doing that. We call it red flag. That's what you hear everybody talk about, the red flags and stuff. And don't fall for it. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. I read so much stuff online where people are drinking the Kool-Aid and Trump's gonna get us in a nuclear war. Really? Trump's on his way out. They're gonna impeach him. He ain't done nothing to be impeached. You know, they keep falling back on the Russian nonsense. Hillary and Obama did more with Russia than Trump did. And they didn't get impeached or shot or anything else. Why the hell would Trump? It's nothing but distractions. They're trying to distract you away from the fact that the Democratic Party is not trying to help our country. If they was trying to help our country, they would be doing anything they could to work with Trump, but they won't do it. Part of my diet program. The Republicans that are in there, they're not a whole hell of a lot better. there's a small handful of them that are at least trying to help Trump. Ain't enough of them to brag about. That's why there's people like myself. I do not claim neither party. Both parties are a wolf of the same color. They do not have your and my best interest at heart. They damn sure have made a career out of stealing from you and I. They have made a fortune out of padding their pocket from the big corporations and whoever else will pay them. Term limits. Period. As one, I forget who he was. Don't even remember which party he was with. But his whole thing about term limits, that's what elections are for. Okay, you're right. So I encourage all of y'all, if you do not know that the person in your area that is on your ballot has done you good, vote him out. Vote for the other person. Period. Both parties need a wake-up call. Back when I still claimed to be a Republican, we gave them everything. The House, the Senate, gave them everything. They did not keep a single promise. Nothing. The only one that even tried was Ted Cruz. And they just berated and beat him up something terrible. And he was up there beating on the pulpit, telling them, folks, this is what we said we would do. Let's do it. Now, they didn't do it. Why do you think they didn't do it? Because it affected their bottom line. Not yours and mine, theirs. Period. Vote them out. If you see a new name on the ballot, and I don't care which party it is, Republican or Democrat, I don't care. If you see a new name on the ballot, vote for the new name. Period. And do it at all levels. Right down to your local government, all the way up to the D.C. Lion Circle. Term limits. We have so many. There's a post going around, and I don't know if it's true. It sounds like it should be. It said that if term limits was enacted now, there would be like 287 spots open. 230 something. I don't know, but big numbers. I can believe it. There was a movie out. I can't think of the name of the movie. I can't think of the actor. Young, skinny, black guy. I always say young. To me, everybody's young. That decided to run for office. And there was an old white guy that had held that office for years and years and years. And they happened to have the same name. So this black dude ran, and it was all legit. No scams, no BS. Nobody realized that this name that they're used to voting for had died, and that this new young guy's coming in. He won by landslide, whatever they call it. He won by a whole damn bunch. Well, and then when he got to D.C., he started seeing the games they played, and everybody tried to distract him and all this. And of course, the movie ended up where he seemed the right of the way and was the people's hero. But the point is, the reason I refer to that movie is that it is a fact that if it is a known name, they'll get the votes. If you can associate with the name, you'll vote for them. We need to change that mentality. It needs to be, if you know that name, if you recognize that name because they've been there so long, you need to vote their ass out. Period. Let's start getting rid of these lifers. We've got some of them up there that are in their damn 80s. Really? You're not up there to help us. Why are you there in your 80s? It's greed. You're up there still collecting money. You can't get enough. You've got the political pull. You've got the connections because you've been up there for 40 damn years or 50 years. So everybody's paying you to get them a little bit of persuasion off of so-and-so over yonder. I still like the meme that goes around that says politicians are to be like NASCAR drivers. They need to wear a patch for who's sponsoring them. Because I guarantee you a bunch of politicians are being sponsored by the big corporations. Of course, now they hear the politicians say it, that's only the Republicans. And to hear the Republicans say it, that's only the Democrats. I'm telling you now, it's both damn parties. There is not an innocent party up there. They're all criminals. They all need to get their butts out of there and go back home and find a real job. They won't, but that's what they need to do. They go back home and they'll find another way to steal money from innocent folk. And I was going to talk to you about CBs. Hey, I got a CB. Look here. Sometime I got a couple of stories I'll tell you about it, but not after this rant. Folks, open your eyes. Be wide awake. Be leery of what the media and the politicians are telling you. They both are liars and sharks. They're circling the waters, and we are the bait. And they're playing you and I for fools. You need to wake up, smell the coffee, and call a liar a liar. And what's the old saying? If you're a politician, you're a liar. Y'all remember, God loves you, so do I. You have a blessed evening now. Good night.